Hi, I'm Rob Steinke and welcome to my Harness Makers Workshop. Do you know, and I can see there's some new subscribers here today, new viewers. That's brilliant. Welcome, all come in. Now what I'm going to show you today is the pad tops for driving pads. Normally it would be built on a little tree like that with the belly band that's slid round. I love making the saddle shape that goes on top of there, but this is the last one they had in my suppliers. It's actually for a pony, very narrow. So it leaves me to decide, what do I do? There is no more available trees at the moment. Things might change. So I have developed something else, which means I can make a driving pad, and I'm going to show you now. So I'm going to drop the camera down onto the bench and I'll show you the alternatives, some very exciting ones as well. So having given this a good bit of thought, this is what I came up with. You've got the arch, you've got a nice, for this one, a patent top on it. You hold your turrets, your overcheck hook, and I can put a little one of these, there we are, ornaments onto it as well. It doesn't have a sliding back band. It has straps coming out from underneath there that you buckle on to the tugs. People say, oh, you should have a sliding back band going through. Yes, but I've repaired many pads with sliding back bands and I couldn't get the back band out. The metal inside had rusted and that was it. So I'm going to show you all the different variations I've done on this pattern. Now what I've got on this one, just plain painted, machine, oh no, what am I talking about, machined, hand stitched round the pattern. I machined the edge, but the pattern was stitched by hand, and onto that will go the flap. And you start to see the pad taking shape. There's the actual cardboard patterns. That's the one for the top with the fancy stitching, the ornate stitching. And that is the pad, a cob one. That will go on like so. And you've got then the pad, and there'll obviously be another flap the other side. It'll all be padded underneath with quilts, traditional way, but it's just going to be traditional, but a bit different. Because, what do they say? Necessity is the mother of invention, isn't it? I think something like that. So this was certainly an invention. So I'm going to take these fittings off for a minute, and you'll see how that's the basic pad top. Can be plain. I've done a painted one, but now start looking if instead of just the stitching going on the side, I put a colour in there. There. So you'd have your, it'll go in there, your turret, your overcheck. I might not use that, I might use the curl hooks. Go in there, and then I can still put the brass ornament on it. So you have the yellow. That'll be stitched in black, obviously. So I'll take that one off, and I'll show you the next colour, which is the blue. I'm actually doing a set at the moment which will be lined all in this blue, but you'd have to go onto the Carriage commentator website, who I also film for, to see that, and it'll be a good long video. That will be later on in the summer. You'll get details of it when it's all ready. So that's the blue. I've also done black and brown sets before, and it works out well. you can see, especially if that was a dark, a non-shiny, the plain black, that would also look very good. Then I could do black on a different colour, a brown. So I have a black pattern, but this I think is the most stunning one. There we are. I'm going to pop the fittings in there like this, and then you'll see it. The fittings can be either brass or nickel. There, now look at that. Eh? Different, isn't it? I think very nice. I'm actually doing breast collar and bridle trimmed with red at the minute, but I think that would look very nice. That would be in the arch shape there. The bridle for it can be trimmed in the red. The kidney beaters and martingale, all that can be in the red, but I think that looks pretty stunning. Okay, so that's what I've got to do now, is to develop more patterns, and we'll see how all this, how popular it is. So I'm just going to flick the camera up now. Now, to show you, it isn't just a cob size one, though that is for a good size cob. I also do mini harness. Now, here's one I developed earlier, and you can see it's just, I haven't got the padding underneath yet. That's to follow. But you can see there's nice shiny top. It takes, the straps come off, and onto that would go the tugs. There's the tugs for this mini pony. There, they'll buckle on to there. And then there'll be, I can put a brass ornament on or not. So that's one of the developments I've done with it, just to get a pad now, and a whole pad made now that the arches aren't at the moment being made. So thank you for being with me. I'll value your comments. You might say, oh, that's no good, or yeah, that's not a bad idea, I could be tempted. So I welcome all your comments, even the negative ones, because this is new ground I'm breaking here. So great to see you, especially the new people. Yeah, I can see you. Yeah, it's a two-way. You see me and I can see you. Yes, well, that's what I always think anyway. So great to see you all. If you enjoyed this video and lasted to the end, I'd love it if you'd pop your finger on the subscribe button. It'd really be much appreciated. And then you get to know of all the ones. I'm trying to put one a week on the weekend. So thank you for being with me now, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Cheerio.